I actually was passing by and I heard about this. Everybody's posting it that he's in New York and he's drawing graffiti everywhere. So thought of taking a picture of it.
I think it's kind of just in the nature of what it is. I mean, it's outside and it's public art, so it's gonna get, you know, if you're really that upset about it, you probably shouldn't put it there in the first place. So it's just kind of the nature of, street art.
It's a very nice thing that artists can express themselves as long as they do it with a taste and it doesn't bother anyone else. That means it's a much nicer graffiti than other graffitis out there.
Today we're talking about the anonymous artist Banksy.
He happens to be one of the world's most influential people in the year 2010.
He's basically known for his graffiti art style and also being famous for being anonymous.
He started in the 1990s in Bristol, England.
Now you can find his works all over the world, including Vienna, San Francisco, Barcelona, Paris, and Detroit.
He's not just known for his graffiti, but also his canvas art, sculpture, and film.
He started off primitive with rats and apes, but he's turned on to other subjects as time progressed.
He tends to have a mischievous nature that has led him to pranking famous art places all over the world. Banksy's artwork is known for bringing up multiple emotions through the people and also for having hidden meanings, such as
making people angry. Just like his piece that was done in Hollywood in 2006, Elephant in the Room, where he painted a live elephant with a design on it, and then he handed out flyers to extremely angry animal activists and rich people saying, "Elephant in the room. 20 billion people live under the poverty level."
Also, he's painted pictures that make people just self-aware. In Ruined Landscape, in which he painted in 2008, he took an ordinary picture and stenciled in the words, "This is not a photo opportunity." This can have several meanings, but he leaves it up to you to interpret yourself. When asked about his work, Banksy said,
"Despite what they say, graffiti is not the lowest form of art. It is actually one of the most honest art forms available. There is no elitism or hype. It exhibits the best walls a town has to offer, and nobody is put off by the piece of admission. A wall has always been the best place to publish your work. The people who run our cities do not understand graffiti because they think nothing has the right to exist unless it makes a profit, which makes their opinion worthless. They say graffiti frightens people and is symbolic of the decline in society. But graffiti is only dangerous in the mind of three types of people: politicians, advertising executives, and graffiti writers."
The piece of art that we're mainly going to focus on is Banksy's piece entitled Rage, or the Flower Thrower, created in 2010 in Bristol, United Kingdom.
This is a great example of parietal art, or put on a wall art.
The painting was done with stencil because obviously as graffiti you need to do it quickly so that the police don't get you. And so with stencils it made the whole entire process a lot easier.
Yeah, another thing is it's a great example of symmetria, color on one side and black on the other. Low on the side of the flowers, high on the side of the arm.
And the whole entire pose is basically reminiscent of the 1960s riots, as you see in the person that is showing the hatred. It's a very violent pose.
Another reason why this demonstrates the 1960 riots is because along with all the protests was the great movement of peace and anti-war.
And that basically is where the whole entire painting comes together, is in the pose. The man shows rage, but the flowers show hope of peace. And together they're saying rage, peace. At the same time, it's also showing iconography in a way that it's using the images to write the word and the saying.
It also creates a sense of propaganda, but not in the traditional sense of propaganda, more of revolutionary, underground. It's a political point for the government, but it's against the government from the standpoint of the common people. Rise up against your opposer, but use peace to do it.
And that basically is what Banksy was all about, and is all about, is using his artwork to stir up the emotions in not only the government and the people in power, but also in just the common people in general.
Yeah, no one knows who he is. He could be anyone of anybody. He could look like a regular citizen or even a politician who can't change anything.
He could be us.
You never know.